Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 Conclave as Scotland. So in our last episode we had another peaceful episode. It's been a while since we were at war actually, mostly because of the large defensive pacts that now exist against us and the slow rate at which our threat is going down. We're down to about 75%. But we can continue waiting and see if dropping below 75 will allow us to declare some slightly easier wars. Your loyal vassal, the Duke of Man, who we just noticed last episode also has some land in the south of Wales these days. He sent you a courier with an offer. He's willing to make a significant donation to your war chest, but in return you must promise to return the favour in the future. A most generous offer. Well, of course this would immediately put us above the 1,000 gold that we need to fulfill our ambition, but we're going to get there soon enough anyway. So we can refuse and annoy him without too much in the way of negative consequences, I think. Luluk Dunbar, of course, our former claimant to Poland, I believe. Is that true? Well, with his name, the Usurper, I think he was the claimant to Poland that we pressed. Has died a natural death. Sorry to see you go. You were very good at whatever it was you did, having a claim mostly. Okay, so there's a Galician revolt. There's a Aztec culture character, or Nahua, if you like. Against Galicia and Ireland, of course. Looks like it only consists of a couple of counties, so probably not a big deal there. How are things going in England's war against Mercia, or should I say Wales's war? 73%, okay. No problem. We have a commander title available, so we should probably give that to somebody. Maybe the Duke of Man, since we did just annoy him. Also, he's the best person for the job. While passing judgment onto criminals from the safety of your throne, a young noble is brought before you. You quickly come to the conclusion that the man is indeed guilty. Condemning him might not be the wisest choice, as he is of noble birth. If you were to pardon the man, he might prove himself useful to you, as he would be in your debt. So we can release him, lose 50 prestige, which is a non-issue considering how much prestige we have. We gain a courtier who owes us a favour. Okay, so if we were to then appoint him to our council, we could get a free vote, basically, though we don't actually have a free advisor slot on our council. I guess we could fire somebody else if he turns out to be good at something. We could say to the dungeons with him, well, the prestige is meaningless, so sure, let's get a character with a favour. Muscat has been converted. I don't think that was the county our own chaplain was working on. Nope. So that's fine. Let's check out this character that we got. He's an okay spy master. Our current spy master, though, is considerably better. We probably should try to change a law, though. I think it's been long enough. So what we probably want to change is either like burgher obligations to be more tax focused. How much of our income is coming from our city tax? Not actually that much compared to domain tax. Despite our vassal merchant republic, though they are the largest contributor. In fact, they're larger than the others combined. I think. Is that true? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to reduce noble levy obligations in favor of tax. I think we want to just leave that as it is, and then if the burgher tax or the city tax is a relatively small portion of our income, then doing this maybe doesn't gain us too much. 5%. So instead we would probably just want to roll back one of the council laws. Like title revocation. But that would be a good thing to do. We have two supporters on the council. So if we were to appoint the other guy with the favor, that would give us 3 supporters. Then we could very easily probably buy another favor. Sure. I'm not too concerned about appointing a worse spy master. He's not even terrible at the job. I think he was 13, which is above average probably. Alright, so he owes us a favor. We'll call in 1 favor from somebody else or buy a favor. I imagine one of these guys is going to be relatively cheap to buy a favor from. We have to wait to hear back from him. Oh, actually, he was probably... Should have checked if he was one of the guys who was already voting for the law. Something I have forgotten to do in the past. No, Rory was an opponent. Okay. So we'll call in our 2 favors. Which should allow us to get our law through. Oh, we don't have to wait for a reply on that, of course. Apparently there was a fight between your son and the mercenary Ranald. Your son was wounded. Which son? Sweeney? I guess it was Sweeney. Okay. Woe is me. Poor Sweeney. Alright, so we've gotten another power back in our hands, so we can probably try to get imprisonment and execution back. I don't specifically care about the power over those decisions in and of themselves, but we could maybe get war declarations back then, which I think requires those 2. Maybe even abolish the council. Though, not actually abolish the council, just their power over stuff. Which is, I guess, objectively good in terms of allowing us to get stuff done, but I don't know, I kind of like the council mechanics and having to worry about what they think about things. But hey, we're going to be ending this playthrough relatively soon anyway, so just because it's getting towards the end date. So maybe if we can do that by the end of the game, that would be good. We received news that King Arn of Norge has chosen to go into hiding in order to try to foil a plot against his life. The coward, it won't save him. Probably will, though. We should put our spy master to work. Even though he isn't amazing at the job. Alright, so we're definitely down below 75%. Let's see what kind of wars we can declare. Alright, so we will just be fighting, if we attack you, the Rawadid Sultanate, the Seljuk Sultanate, and the Rumi Satrapy. I thought he was Hindu. He is Hindu. Yet we're going to be fighting Muslim characters. Alright, that's weird. Let me have a look at this. And we definitely don't have range to declare on, for example, you. Apparently not. Alright. So just out of interest, if we were to declare on the Fatimids... we would be fighting Muslim characters and also Paramara Kingdom, which is ostensibly Hindu. Alright, do Hindu and Muslim characters, or all Indian religions and Muslim characters, get sort of lumped together in defensive pacts? I don't know. Maybe they're just allied, actually. That probably makes a lot more sense. Nope. Not allied. Alright, well, either way, we can take on the people that we would be fighting here. And I think Baluchistan is definitely the easternmost province we can get. Yep. So we'll take that. That should give us another couple of sea zones ranged. I don't know whether we can get to this sea zone or it's going to be this one. I don't think this really counts as being in India proper yet, but maybe it does. It's part of the Persian Empire. So yeah, we have to get over here. Puts us right on the border of India, though. Okay, so we'll probably do that. I'll go ahead and start transporting my retinue over. I'll transport the retinue over, and I'll probably raise my pet holy orders as well. And bring them too. So this should give us, once the retinue is reinforced, about 25,000 troops pre-raised and over there. Along with however many we can immediately raise from our double duke over here, which is going to be another 4,000 almost. So call it 30,000 versus his 8,000, plus however many come from his allies. In fact, we might not even need to raise any additional troops beyond that. Who else was it? Oh, the Seljuks. Well, they still have this big revolt going on, so I don't think we need to worry about them over much. 15,000, okay. Well, we are going to need more boats, and I will raise the boats of a vassal to avoid having to pay for them myself. We're just about to get over 1,000 gold, by the way, and fulfill our ambition, which is nice. Of course, that number of troops that I was calculating with is based on the assumption that my retinue will have fully reinforced by the time we declare war, which is probably not the case. I don't know if they reinforce while they're at sea, but I'm guessing not. Young Indolf has finished his education in stewardship. It is evident that he's excelled in his studies, so he's a fortune builder. Alright, good enough. He seems to be envious of everything and everyone. Well, I think we'll try to make him temperate instead, of course. Which he did get, so that's fine. I guess we'll try to get him married to some talented character. We can wait 2 years, sure. Alright, we fulfilled our ambition. I think the reward was plus 10% national tax modifier, which is great. Pretty substantial income bonus. Okay, and people are going to get annoyed about their vassal levies, that's fine. Have you still not won this war? What is taking so long? 64%, in fact he's lost some war score. Oh yeah, France is still here, I guess. Probably taking back some sieges or something. Or actually siege something up here, it looks like. Well, okay. So, given that my retinue probably won't be at full strength by the time we get down here, we'll probably just raise some of the troops from Jerusalem and Egypt and hereabouts to supplement our forces. But as long as we're not raising our domain levy, we still should be able to keep making at least some money while we're at war. And be able to expand our retinue further. Alright, so we may as well disband these boats. Let's raise Jerusalem, raise this. That's Jerusalem as well. I'm not sure I really want to wait for 900 troops, but I guess we will. I guess we all have to actually go to here, since this county only has a port on the Atlantic. Not Atlantic, Mediterranean. Alright, extra troop reinforcements is good. Is this enough boats? Maybe just about. Actually, not quite, and we're taking attrition here. I think in this case I'm going to just get you on the boats right away and not bother with this army. Alright. Oh, I haven't actually declared the war yet, so I can't be raising vassal troops, of course. Okay, and in this case, disband these. Still have our 17k. Declare the war. The council approves. The expected characters are called in. Raise at the very least this army. And we'll re-raise Jerusalem, and we can wait for them to get down. I guess having the vassal boats raised doesn't count as having levies raised, which is good to know. I did not understand fear before, but once you have felt your legs shake and teeth chatter with fear, then it is hard to remain brave, so we're going to lose brave. Which is unfortunate. But oh well. So be it. Alright, so we have our 25,000 here, which now no longer fits on the boats. Raised you already, raised you. Can't raise boats here. Oh dear. Sure, 14 is enough. Though maybe they'll take attrition and drop below the relevant number by the time these get up here. In fact, that is exactly what happened. Okay. So you can just go home. Alright, so I think we might just want to maybe land troops directly over here. Its supply limits are quite low though. Let's see, I think we'll just land them here for now, and we'll raise the troops from there and split into some smaller armies. The Chancellor, our wife, is doing a superb job. I'm having trouble with a town and a castle in Gary, and I shall of course send my Chancellor to try and increase the relation between them and us, but which one should I start with? We'll go for the feudal vassal opinion there. So I think it's definitely the best idea to go for our target duchy immediately. Not just because it's our target duchy, but because it also contains the enemy capital. Meanwhile, we're going to go off and hunt the Great White Stag in Tyrconnell. Sounds good. Alright, so we want to split this into 3 armies of about 9k each. Most expedient way, I guess, is... Well, let's see, our retinue is... only... That's not retinue. Well, I don't know which is retinue now, so... It's not fully reinforced anyway, but... I guess that's fine. It may reinforce to the point where it goes over the supply limit, but actually that's probably not going to happen while we're in hostile territory and doing sieges, so no big deal, I guess. Alright, so we'll take this and then split this one in half, and then we get 3 approximately equal-sized armies. Get them all on the boats. They now won't fit on the boats, so we'll raise your boats, merge them with our other boats, put you on the boats, and probably stop saying the word boats so much. Let's head here first. Oh, I don't feel too well, something is wrong with me. We are ill again. So we are still stressed too. We do still have health bonuses, we still have our hunting dog, we still have our hunting focus, but we are older than we were last time that we had such a confluence of health concerns, so our chance of dying is that much higher. And still Roderick is alive and in line to inherit. He's definitely too old at this point that I don't really want to inherit as him, but unfortunately it looks like people are not going to stop voting for him until he dies. So, unless we want to plot against him, which actually might be worth doing. Yeah, let's plot against him. Ooh, though our plot to kill the current King of Norway is looking pretty good right now. I think trying to make sure that we don't end up with such an old character inheriting is probably better, though. We can always go back to plotting against Norway if we recover from our illness. Alright, so we're ready to start landing some troops over here. We are just about out of time for this episode, though, so we'll have to wait until the next one to get that started, though. So thanks for watching, and join me again then.